me, Renee, here with another recommendation video. Today, I have a recommendation for the prompt set in a small town. Again, this is a bit difficult for me. I feel like a lot of the books that I read are either set in like a huge town or like or maybe that one will mention how big the town is. I suppose if you don't mention how big the town is, it's probably small. But yeah. But also it's a recommendation video, so I feel like I should talk about books that I know, like set in small towns. So yeah, here's a little selection for that prompt. We have the named first one in the Gardens of Time trilogy. Oh, trilogy, sorry. Used to be trilogy. Now quartet. Might be a quintet because I've heard rumblings might be a fifth book coming out. But yeah, anyway, in the Guardians of Time series, this is set in a small town in Australia. We don't really know. I think it's mentioned maybe the fourth book where it's set, but it's not like, other than it's set in Australia, we don't really know where the city is. Like, it's never really mentioned that like much, like where in Australia it is, and like they don't really travel around in the area and stuff. But we do know it's a small town, so yeah, so it definitely fits that prompt. And then we have Valkyrie Rising by Ingrid Poulsen. So this is a standalone with Valkyries. Came out in 2012. Highly underrated, but a very good book. Yes, I did restart reading it this year. Haven't finished it yet, but shh. Anyway, very good book. Based around Norse mythology. Loki is the bad guy in this book. And this book takes place in the fjords in Norway. It takes place around like 2 or 3 hours outside of Bergen. But it takes place like around like in the area. So sometimes it's this side of the mountain, and sometimes this side of the mountain. But both places kind of like places where you have like maximum 500 people living there. So it's not a big place at all. At least not in what is going on. At least not in most standards. So yeah, definitely a book I would recommend. If you kind of like Loki, if you like Norse mythology, want to read more with it, check out this book. And then we have Old Magic by Marion Curley, also set in Australia, though it's not really mentioned like that much. We just know that it's someplace in Australia, and it's a small town, and yeah, it's not a big town at all, really. Like it's a place where everyone knows everyone, and yeah, again, highly recommend this book. And then we have Act Your Age Around by Tali Hibbert, probably the newest book on this in this pile. It came out last year, and this was is not set in Australia. It's set in Norway. It's set in England, a small town in England. I don't quite remember where in England it is, but I do not remember it's a small town. So yeah, and also yeah, also kind of gives me slightly of Gilmore Girls vibes because it's contemporary, small town places, people who don't really know what they're doing, which people don't often know what they're doing in Gilmore Girls land. So yeah. So yeah, that's quite short this time, but yeah, small towns. I mean, uh, might have more books on my TBR with small towns, but like books I have read, I could actually only find those books really to like fit with that prompt. So yeah, if you have other books that you feel like have small towns that you kind of recommend, please do. And I'll see you soon. Bye.